Before Randolph Mantooth ever set foot on a soundstage, most Americans had never even heard the word paramedic. By the time his family said their final goodbye, real EMS crews across the country were signing off in his honor, using the very radio code his character made famous. Randolph Mantooth, who starred as firefighter paramedic Johnny Gage on the 1970s NBC series Emergency, has died at the age of 80. His family confirmed his passing in a statement, writing, "It is with profound sadness that the family of Randy Mantooth announces his passing after a long illness." Mantooth died on July 9, 2026 in Ventura, California, following a long illness. His obituary states that his health had declined unexpectedly after a bout of pneumonia, and that he passed away peacefully surrounded by his wife, family, and caregivers. Mantooth had previously overcome both throat and pancreatic cancer, having first been diagnosed with cancer in 2015, and lived for years afterward as a proud survivor before his final illness. According to his family's obituary, Mantooth spent his final period surrounded by loved ones, with the family expressing heartfelt gratitude to the physicians, nurses, caregivers, hospice professionals, and dear friends who cared for Randy with extraordinary compassion and kindness in his last days. His brother Donald Mantooth told The Hollywood Reporter that Randy had been ill for a number of years, and kept getting thinner and thinner before his death at a hospice facility in Ventura. Tributes to Mantooth poured in from the entertainment and emergency services communities alike following news of his death. The Los Angeles County Fire Museum published a memorial page honoring his decades of advocacy for firefighters and paramedics, and EMS organizations across the country shared remembrances of the man widely credited with helping the public understand what paramedics actually do. His family's obituary closed with a line drawn straight from his most famous role, signing off KMG 365 Squad 51 out, a nod to the show's own fictional emergency radio sign-off, and to Mantooth's real-life decades of advocacy for the profession he portrayed. According to his family's obituary, funeral services in the traditional sense will not be held. In accordance with Randy's wishes, a private interment will take place in Santa Barbara. No funeral services will be held, the obituary states. A celebration of Randy's life will take place later this year, with further details to be announced at a later date. No specific date, time, or location for that celebration of life has been released as of this writing. Randy DeRoy Mantooth was born on September 19, 1945 in Sacramento, California, the eldest of 4 children. His father, of Seminole and Cherokee heritage, worked as a pipeline construction engineer, a job that moved the family across 24 states before Mantooth turned 18, eventually settling in Santa Barbara. It was at Santa Barbara High School and Santa Barbara City College that he discovered his love of acting, later earning a scholarship to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York City. After being discovered on stage and signed to a Universal contract, he began appearing on television series including Ironside, The Virginian, and Marcus Welby, M.D. Mantooth's defining role came in 1972, when he was cast as Johnny Gage in Emergency, the NBC drama that followed 2 Los Angeles County firefighter paramedics, and is widely credited with introducing the paramedic profession to American audiences for the first time. Alongside co-star Kevin Tigg, Mantooth performed most of his own stunts across the show's 6-season run. Reflecting on the show's legacy, Mantooth once said, "When you take life-saving services out of the hospital and into the field, the number of lives that are saved is incalculable. The stars just lined up with this show perfectly for a greater purpose." He added that rather than being remembered for a flashier role, "I'm remembered for something that changed emergency medicine forever. How lucky can any one person be?" Mantooth continued to play Johnny Gage in crossover appearances on other shows, including Adam 12, and remained a lifelong advocate for firefighters, paramedics, and EMTs long after the series ended. He went on to build a notable second act in daytime television, joining the soap opera Loving in 1987 as Clay Alden, and later spending 2 years on General Hospital as Richard Halifax. He also made guest appearances on Dallas, Charlie's Angels, and The Love Boat throughout his career. Randolph Mantooth leaves behind a legacy that extends well beyond entertainment. Emergency is credited by EMS historians with directly contributing to the nationwide adoption of paramedic programs in the years after its debut, as city after city moved to create the kind of field response units the show depicted. For real paramedics and firefighters, Mantooth was never just an actor who played one on television. He was, for 5 decades, one of their most visible and dedicated public advocates. As his family prepares a private interment in Santa Barbara and a public celebration of his life later this year, tributes from the profession he helped define continue to arrive from across the country.